Welcome to E True Stories, where E stands for education. With your hosts, David Lee, Alejandra Rodriguez, and field reporters, Valerie Garcia and Roberto Scott, giving you the latest breaking news and highlighting outstanding educational achievements and learning institutions in your community.
Hello, my name is David Lee.
And I'm Alejandra Rodriguez.
And welcome to another episode of E True Stories,
where the E stands for education.
This week, our host show is devoted to a specialized high school located on Los Angeles Harbor College. The name of this school is called Harbor Teacher Preparation Academy.
The main focus of HTPA for short is to allow students to earn an associate's arts degree as well as a high school diploma at the time of graduation.
It's like doing 6 years, but only in 4.
The reason that we've chosen to dedicate our entire show to Harbor Teacher Prep is because the school has been around for 4 years now and is still fairly unknown.
This broadcast will allow viewers, potential students, as well as parents to get an idea of what the school is about and possibly encourage them to obtain further enrollment information.
Our first story gives us history about how HTPA first began and how it has grown to what it is today.
It all began on September 3rd of 2002. Fresh out of middle school and straight into high school, these students came together for the shock of their lives. 3,500 students? No. Overcrowded classrooms? No. This wasn't your typical high school, but rather the beginning of Harbor Teacher Preparation Academy. In most cases, some freshmen enter high school knowing at least one upperclassman, someone who can show them the ropes and give them the 411 on what it's like to be a high school student. Not at HTPA. That year, about 55 new faces came from middle schools from all over the South Bay. A few students knew one another, but for the most part, everyone was at the same starting point. Most of the students thought they were about to attend a normal high school with simply a small population, but they realized quickly that attending HTPA was a journey they would never forget. Coming from middle schools that were predominantly a single ethnicity, for most of the students at HTPA, it was a cultural shock. Due to the fact that most of the students came from non-diverse backgrounds, it was very rare that you would see all of the students interacting with one another. Everyone had their own clique or peer group that they hung around with on a daily basis. You may be asking yourself, isn't it normal to click with people that interest you? However, you have to keep in mind that HTPA isn't a normal high school. And also, there were only 55 students to begin with. With this small student body, it was very important that each and every student had an interpersonal relationship. To fix this problem, as well as get away from all the academic rigor that the students were put under, HTPA held their first formal dance in December of 2002. The boys dressed in suits while the girls were draped in their evening gowns. Everyone was having a good time, and the music was right. However, this did not solve the cultural clash problem. Even at the dance, certain ethnic groups were flocked together in their own sections of the dance floor. Although this attempt to get the students more acquainted with one another failed, this definitely wasn't the last time an attempt was made. In order to get the students together on a personal level, a common denominator had to be brought into the picture. Now, what is something that everyone loves? Food. Everyone loves great food. With the planning of the original student body, and the help of a few teachers, a cultural carnival was put together. Students from unlike backgrounds came together to share different foods, music, art, and dance. The cultural carnival was a success. The students began to mingle and move from each area to get a taste of what other cultures were like. Not only did each student enjoy the great food and festivities, each one of the students learned something new. That day, the student body went home full of food as well as full of knowledge. At HTPA, one can see that not only academics are taught, but also real-life survival skill training. The first year for HTPA was a success. The students, faculty, and parents had grown to become one big loving family. Second year at HTPA. Many of the 55 sophomores that were freshmen the year before came back for year 2 of HTPA. A small few of the original 55 students continued their educational career at other local high schools. However, this was no reason to fret. The second year at HTPA was in full effect and brought double the students to the student body, totaling to nearly 120 students. With double the students, the faculty definitely had to grow. Where would this brand new second year high school get teachers to teach? Some may call it mere luck, while others may simply call it divine intervention. Whatever the case, it sure was a good thing. HTPA was blessed with 3 brand new teachers. Now you would think that the students would give the new teachers a hard time because of them not having prior teaching experience, but this was not the case at all. Since each student was still fairly new to the school, the new teachers and new students went together hand in hand. Everyone was satisfied. Over the next 2 years, HTPA has grown to what it is today. Currently, HTPA is approximately 300 students strong with 13 teachers. They are ranked the #2 high school in the Los Angeles Unified School District. Everyone at Harbor Teacher Preparation Academy has their own opinion about the school, but when it boils down to it, everyone is happy and pleased. Don't believe me? Hear it for yourself.
You've got teachers here that really care about your education and they really try to help you succeed, whereas to other schools, they really don't. They just sit there and tell you to read the book and, you really don't learn like you do here.
I've met a lot of new people and I've actually built a family here.
This school is a very small community and you get to really know students and teachers on a personal level, and you really get to get that personal relationship with the teacher. They're always there to help you, to tutor you, to assist you. And that's why I think I have been so successful in my high school and college classes, because my teachers have helped me and pushed me. They've been on me, talking about do what you need to do to succeed, and they've just always been there.
It's a small environment, so you get a lot of help from the teachers and staff, and everyone is it's like a family environment, and it's really helpful for learning.
HTPA is a good program because it gives us a chance to help us study for college, so we won't be too stressed out when we get there. Also, it helps us because it's a positive environment, so we won't have to get in trouble. Although it is small, but we get closer to our friends and they can also help us study.
More of the students are serious about their education, it seems. They're more motivated. They really believe that they can learn.
I went to a regular high school, I went to Banning, but then I heard about this program. When I was at Banning, it was like just coasting, nothing. It was all easy. Then I heard about this, like you get your AA at the same time as graduating from high school, so why not work and get double?
These kids know that we value them, and in turn they value themselves. And I think that's what makes it great.
The thing I like about it is that you're always willing to do new things, start new clubs such as hip hop, which I'm the captain of, so that's fun. Also, you get a good education and you get your AA degree as well as your high school diploma, which will help me in the future because I want to be a lawyer.
The success is to see that they've matured to a level that they feel comfortable talking to everybody. And they still feel comfortable acting like children, too. So that's the success I see.
All of the students here are really nice, even though it's a small population. There's nothing bad about it. Everyone's really nice to each other. And the principal and the administration staff, they're really nice too. I love them.
It's been a good school. The teachers are really good. They help you when you need help. Even if you don't want it, sometimes they force it on you because they know it'll be good for you.
I think they expect more of themselves, and that's a great asset for us as teachers because you have students who want to do well, and so they will take some time to go that extra step if need be.
What I like about this school is it gives you the opportunity to learn more at the college level and at the high school level, so you have tutoring. Then you have your college professors helping you. You have your principals, you have more resources. You have a limited number of students and peers, so you're always being watched.
I just want to say that I really love this school. It's brought me through a lot. Coming from a different country all the way in Africa, I felt that I made new friends and I made a connection. And everybody appreciated me for who I am. Harbor Teacher Prep is good.
That segment was truly inspirational. They started a small family their first year in existence, and they grown into something phenomenal.
The interpersonal relationship that the teachers develop with the other students are like no other. You wouldn't normally see that at a regular high school with 3,500 students.
Next, we have the principal of Harbor Teacher Prep, Miss Mattie Adams. We're going to interview her live via satellite.
Ms. Adams, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you excellently, David.
Ms. Adams, when HTPA originated, what did you vision?
My vision was to prepare students for both a high school and AA degree simultaneously here at Los Angeles Harbor.